unassuming, kind.
He shows up for the organizations within this community.
Robert's a wonderful person who's always smiling, who has a great sense of humor, has what seems like endless energy.
Also, when I think of Robert, I think about showing up.
Robert and his wife Franny have long been involved with the hospital, and more recently they had an occasion to have spent some time in the hospital on T6, which is the highest floor of the tower in the hospital. What they noticed was that our furnishings were out of date and that we weren't really taking full advantage of that beautiful spot for our patients and our visitors. And they actually came to us at the hospital with a proposal to renovate and refurbish that space. Over the course of 2023, we worked really closely to totally do a makeover in that area, and now it's like a showpiece for Glens Falls Hospital. It's really a beautiful space that takes full advantage of the beautiful view. They've also contributed to some new technologies, 3D tomography for our breast center, and they've done numerous sponsorships and gifts for various events.
In 2021, Robert came to check out our mobile health center, which was brand new at that point. And Tucker and I toured him through, which is always fun. And then by the end of that year, we had somehow convinced him to join the board. So I feel like in true Robert fashion, he just couldn't help himself. And we're certainly the better for it at the network, now depending on his leadership, both on the board, continuing as a donor, and then obviously as a community member. He's our biggest cheerleader.
A good example is our PACE program that we're launching soon, which is Program for All-Inclusive Care of the Elderly. Robert very early on saw the potential of this program and that it would be a huge resource for the community. And he's been encouraging us every step along the way. And recently he donated some artwork for the walls of PACE. And that's something we really like to see in our health centers, as well as much local art and color energy that we can find.
I believe I met Robert a few times prior to us forming the coalition that saved the Civic Center, but I really got to know him then, and that would be 2014. As that evolved, we ended up purchasing the arena for $600,000. And then we looked in the mirror and said, how are we going to get this $600,000? There was a call put out by someone, a matching grant fund of $250,000. There were 4 people stood forward, and Robert Nemer was one of them. We ended up raising about $650,000. Robert became highly engaged. He was on the facilities committee. He was also on the PR marketing committee. His input, his insight, his business decodum was just awesome. But 2 years later, lo and behold, the hockey team is going to leave. And we had lost the hockey team about 3 times in the previous 10 years. So we come together and we say we have to get our best tenant. So we take over and we say we're going to buy the hockey team. But then we said, oh my God, we had to raise $450,000 to secure that with the league so that we could be a viable entity. There again, how do we get this $450,000? So 3 people came forward to sign on the dotted line. And who was one of them? Mr. Robert Nemer. Without him, we wouldn't be where we are today. To get to know him and so forth has been a joy and a pleasure, and what a great guy.
Congratulations, Robert. You've been an inspiration to all of us at Hudson Headwaters, and we look forward to continuing to work with you and to keep having fun and having the impact that you've encouraged us to have. Thank you, Robert.
Robert, thank you. Thank you for showing what it means to truly show up for and serve our communities. You are such an example to me and so many others.
Congratulations, Robert, on the J. Walter Juckett Award. It's so well deserved. And thank you so much for all you have done for Glens Falls Hospital and healthcare in our community.
Robert, thank you so much for everything you've done. You and Fanny, I wish you all the best. And it's amazing the accomplishments you've had in this community and how we all think of you. I've never heard anybody say a bad word about Robert Nemer. You're just an amazing guy. It's been a joy and a pleasure to know you. God bless and take care.